Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief keeps you informed about what's happening in Annapolis, Anne Arundel County, and Maryland. Local news, local sports, local events, local opinion, and, of course, local weather. Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief starts now.
Good morning. It's Monday, May 1st, 2023. This is John Frenaye, and this is your Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief presented by Annapolis Subaru and the SPCA of Anne Arundel County. Welcome to May. Hey, remember, it is May Day, and the baskets and arrangements will all be out in downtown Annapolis by 10 a.m. this morning. If you can get out there to take a look at them, please do. It's an amazing day. And also, tickets for Bands in the Sand and the Peka Girlfriends Party both go on sale at 9 a.m. today, and both will most likely sell out today as well, so get them while you can. While we do have a lot of news, so let's get into it, shall we? I don't have a lot of information on this just yet, but a woman was struck by a vehicle along Route 2 near Admiral Cochran Drive on Saturday night. We've heard that there were reports of her walking in the middle of the roadway, but the Anne Arundel County Police have not released any details just yet. We do know that she was flown to a trauma center. And up in Odenton, a man is under arrest after shooting at a pair of trespassers on dirt bikes. This happened at about 6:15 p.m. on Friday, and the man confronted two dirt bike riders on his property and fired two shots. One of them did strike one of the bikes. The property owner did remain on site until police arrived, and they took him into custody. This was in Woodwardville, which is really a heavily wooded area, sort of south and west of Odenton. Down here in Annapolis, a man was sent to the hospital after being hit by gunfire as he was riding his bicycle on Newtown Drive. According to police, it's a graze wound, and he reported hearing shots prior to realizing he was indeed hit. Police do not have any suspects. A raccoon captured up in Gambrills has tested positive for rabies. If you or your pet have come into contact with a raccoon in the 1700 block of Mayapple Way, which is near Mount Tabor Road, you want to make sure you contact the health department at 410-222-7254. And if you live in that area and your pet has some unexplained wounds, you probably want to give them a call as well. Boy, here's some big news over the weekend. The Middleton Tavern building was sold over the weekend. Annapolis Capital Partners purchased the building to add to their growing portfolio. They've purchased the old, what I call the Burger King house on Randall and Prince George's Street, the Flag House Inn, and the Big Gray building at Church and West Street, and I think there's a few more that they've purchased. They did say that Middleton Tavern and the two other tenants would remain and that the new owners would have no say in the operation of what some to believe to be the oldest tavern in Maryland. Here are a few dates for you to put on your calendar. The first one is this week. It's Wednesday. Get thee to Chevy's Fresh Mix for Burritos for Beds. This is the annual fundraiser for Samaritan House, and it's the only day that Chevy's opens up for breakfast all year. And here's the kicker. It is free. You can learn a little bit about Sam House, and if so inclined, and I do hope that you are, make a small donation. 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. this Wednesday at Chevy's. I'll see you there. And a lot further off, but the 78th Annual Annapolis Rotary Crab Feast will be happening on Friday, August 4th at the Navy Marine Corps Memorial Stadium. Tickets are not on sale just yet, but you want to save that date. And this Saturday, May 6th, the Annapolis Irish Festival rolls back into town. And we're going to be chatting with Pat Murphy of Gaelic Storm a little bit later this morning, so you do want to stay tuned for a bonus pod with him on that. But go get those tickets and save 20% with our code at abceventsinc.com. You want to use the code AIF20EYE, and you can save 20% on all of your GA tickets. Hopefully you caught our Canines and Crosstreks segment on Friday with 4 beach puppies. Do check out our post from noon on Friday and for some great photos and a video. If you do have some room in your heart and home for Rehoboth, Daytona, Fenwick, or Myrtle, we have all the info on how you can adopt one of these cool puppies. And Saturday on the Local Business Spotlight, we spoke with Caliente Grill and Roxana Rodriguez, and Cinco de Mayo this Friday will be off the charts fun. That's where you're going to find me propped up. And this weekend, Karen Thymer Brown from Historic Annapolis will be on the Local Business Spotlight. All right, that is a wrap. Thank you first and foremost, and also a quick thank you to our sponsors for the Daily News Brief: Annapolis Subaru, the SPCA of Anne Arundel County, Solar Energy Services, Hospice of the Chesapeake, and the Maryland Higher Education Commission. Now, Ann Alsina is here with us this morning with her Monday Money Report, and George Young from DCMDVA Weather is here with the only locally forecast weather report you're going to find. All that's coming up for you in just a bit, so hang tight.
Did you get close to completing your college degree but dropped out during the COVID pandemic? Well, as a near completer, you may be eligible to receive money from the Maryland Higher Education Commission to finish your degree. Again, if you started your degree but for whatever reason never finished it, the Maryland Higher Education Commission has money to help you return to college and finish what you started. Go to mhec.maryland.gov and click on the Near Completer grant to learn more.
When you live near Annapolis, you know how fickle the weather can be, so you need a truly local forecast that's accurate and reliable. Forecast right here in Annapolis. DCMDVA Weather is not just for today, but for the rest of the week and the weekend too. Now here's George Young of DCMDVA Weather with the weather outlook for today and beyond.
Hey everyone, this is George with DCMDVA Weather, and this is your Eye on Annapolis forecast for Monday, May the 1st. First day of May 2023, and the month will get off to a cool and wet start after the first 4 months of the year have produced average temperatures several degrees above normal to date for 2023, but conditions should turn around nicely by the end of the week and the weekend. Look for breezy highs today in the mid or upper 60s with a small chance of some additional rain showers with more of the same Tuesday and Wednesday, with highs Tuesday down into the low to mid 60s, followed by highs Wednesday only in the upper 50s to lower 60s, with temps then rebounding a bit Thursday back into the mid or upper 60s ahead of sunshine Friday through Sunday, with Friday's highs 65 to 70 degrees, followed by upper 60s to maybe mid 70s both Saturday and Sunday. Okay, that's it for today. This is George Young of DCMDVA Weather. Make it a great day out there today. Stay healthy and be safe. And don't forget, follow DCMDVA Weather on Facebook and Twitter for regular updates each day, along with our website at dcmdvaweather.info, so you can always stay weather informed.
Hello, energy consumers. This is Rick Peters, president of Solar Energy Services. Have you been looking for ways to save money recently? Maybe you should consider solar energy for your home. Or are you waiting for the technology to get cheaper? If so, how long are you going to wait? Today's solar costs less than 20% of what it cost 10 years ago. But while solar prices have declined every year, so have the financial incentives. Bottom line, if you wait for cheaper solar, you're also waiting for lower incentives. Take my home, for example. My solar system was installed in 2010, and it's been paid off for almost 5 years, and I no longer have to buy any electricity for another 15 to 20 years. If I waited for cheaper solar, I'd still be paying an electric bill. At Solar Energy Services, we have thousands of satisfied customers who are sure glad they didn't wait. So what are you waiting for? Sunshine's a wasted. Call us today for a free solar design at 410-923-6090 or on the web at solarsaves.net.
Sunshine, sunshine, nothing else can make me feel so fine.
You work hard for your money. Is your money working hard for you? Managing and investing, it can be confusing. Ann Alsina, a financial planner from CovingtonAlsina, has been helping people make sense of it all for over 17 years. Are you ready? Now here's your Monday Money Report.
This is Ann Alsina of CovingtonAlsina with your Monday Money Report. Earnings reports from big tech companies drove an upswing in the market last week, with Thursday recording the biggest daily increase in both the Dow Jones Industrial Average and the S&P 500 since January 6th. Also released on Friday was the Federal Reserve's preferred inflation metric, the Personal Consumption Expenditure Price Index, or PCE, which was down to 4.2%, its lowest level since May 2021. Remember that the Fed has a target inflation rate of 2%, so we're still double that, and we're expecting another quarter-point rate hike in May. If you're still hurting from paying the tax bill, or if you want to reduce your tailpipe emissions, you might consider purchasing an electric vehicle this year. The misnamed Inflation Reduction Act updated previous tax credits for electric vehicles. The renamed Clean Vehicle Credit adds a requirement that final assembly of the vehicle must take place in North America for the purchase to be eligible for the tax credit. There's a long list of additional requirements to be eligible for the full $7,500 credit, and you can see those on the IRS website, as well as a list of qualified vehicles. fewer than a dozen EVs qualify for the full credit. One loophole for the final assembly and battery component requirements is that those rules only apply to purchases of vehicles and not leases. Leasing also allows you to have the credit applied to your monthly payment rather than collecting it when you file taxes next April. If you're not familiar with leasing a vehicle, some things to look at are both the price paid and the residual value, or what the auto manufacturer thinks the vehicle will be worth at the end of the lease. In theory, the lease payment should equal the difference between the two numbers. A vehicle that holds its value, like an electric vehicle that can receive software updates, should have a high residual value, making the monthly lease payment lower. It also relieves you of having to deal with the battery when it dies and needs replacement. Your action item this week is to clear your saved credit card numbers from online shopping sites. The pause to get up and find your card, then type in the number, can give your brain a chance to catch up and think about the necessity of the purchase. Follow us on Facebook and check out our website at CovingtonAlsina.com for more information and great resources. Investment advice offered through Great Valley Advisory Group, a registered investment advisor. All performance references historical and is no guarantee of future results. All indices are managed and may not be invested into directly. The opinions voiced in this show are for general information only, are not to provide specific advice or recommendations for any individual. To determine which strategies or investments may be appropriate for you, contact the appropriate qualified professional prior to making your decision. And if you don't have a financial advisor, come talk to us. This is Ann Alsina with CovingtonAlsina.
The benefits of a good night's sleep are well documented. Sleeping well prevents weight gain, improves concentration and creativity, and boosts the immune system. So, what keeps you up at night? If you run a business, then the security of your computer network may be one of those things. Threats like ransomware and phishing are becoming increasingly sophisticated and pose a real risk to any business. Don't let these cyber threats keep you up at night. At Alpha, they've been helping their customers sleep better for over 30 years by monitoring in real time and hardening network defenses. And for those irritating IT issues that arise every day, Alpha's just a phone call away, helping your business run smoothly and helping you sleep better knowing Alpha is on guard. Give Alpha a call to see if they can ease your worries and help you get the rest you deserve. Find them at alphagetsit.com.
You've been listening to the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. Tell your friends and colleagues, this is the podcast where you can keep up on the latest with what's going on in Annapolis and Anne Arundel County. And don't forget about our website, eyeonannapolis.net, where you can find even more information. And make sure you follow us on Facebook at All Annapolis and on Twitter at Eye on Annapolis. This Daily News Brief podcast comes to you every Monday through Friday at 6 a.m.